see that? I'm supposed to learn music theory with that. That's complete nonsense. That is just, wait a minute. Wait a minute. You see it? Oh, wow. Can't do it. Why? Well, because I haven't watched the lesson yet. The one I'm about to film. I'm talking about, you know, those times when you feel really present in the moment when you're improvising, and then suddenly something happens. Maybe there's a fly, or maybe you're thinking about what you're gonna have for lunch, or maybe there's someone over there that is watching you. There's really no one, I'm pretending. Anyways, the mental state of mind when you're playing is so important. And we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about ways to maybe stay in the moment when you improvise. Grab your guitar. We're going to get started right after this. Hi, my name is David Wallerman. Welcome to this channel, which is all about helping guitar players around the world find their unique voice, develop that voice, and play with that voice, and basically use this as your voice to tell your own personal musical story. And we're going to talk about mental blockage that happens when you are playing alone, or you're playing live, or in an audition, or whatever it is. We have this thing inside that is not always present in the music that we're playing, distractions. And we don't want those because they might take us away from being right in the moment of playing. So before we get started, the backing track I'm using here is available for free. It is part of a pack of backing track, a funk pack of backing tracks available on my website. The link is below, but you can get this particular one for free. It's in G Mixolydian. Here you are. Oh, no, sorry. Here you are. It's in G Mixolydian. And we're going to use this today to start playing. So you can get it for free. The link is below. Just follow the link, enter your best email address. I'll be sending you this so you can improvise, and I'll send the charts as well. But before that, you need to know what to do with this. Well, this track is meant to be representative of a situation that you're in, and you're not quite sure. You're not really comfortable with the situation yet. And it happens musically, right? When we improvise. It's happening right now when I'm making the video. It's not scripted. So it always happens in life. And when this type of thing happens musically, when you're in a musical state of being that is not completely secure, well, your playing is going to suffer and the listener is going to know. How? Well, your ideas are not going to be very coherent. You're not really going to be completely in control of what you're playing, and you're not going to become one with the thing you're playing over, in this case, the backing track. So we need to have some strategies, some simple things to help you with that. The very first one is to realize that you are not in competition with anyone. And we all often have that. Maybe it's YouTube makes it worse. I'm not sure. so many great players out there. But it's funny, as soon as you grab your instrument, you start thinking, for some reason, that there are billions of guitar players that are watching you, just you. Even if you're alone in the room, you've got this mental picture. At least I do sometimes, and I've got to fight this, because if you start thinking that all these guitar players are looking at you, what you're doing, they are judging you, and that's not the case. The first thing to realize is that you are about to be part of a fun experience. I'm just gonna have a casual conversation with this thing. So just start breathing. Okay, that's my friend that I'm hearing. He's nice, I like him. So I'm gonna join in. And see, I'm doing it right now. That's the very first thing that I'm doing. Starting to bounce a little bit. You can bounce internally if you're not, really outgoing, but just become one with what is going on. Already, I'm kind of engaged mentally with what's going on. Okay? And I'm still engaged even though he stopped. I'm still there, right? So that internal beat is really important. Da, 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 da. And mentally, I'm making the connection by just kind of singing over what's going on, by mimicking what I'm hearing. Now, this is very important because now you're in the same breath as what's going on musically. Okay, I'm in. And this is very important, what's going on. That's the strong beat. Da, 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 da. And you can start playing mentally with that. Da, 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 da. Rhythmically, okay? Super important to have that, because if you don't start to blend in with what's going on, what happens? Well, you grab this. I didn't take time to breathe. I'm like, oh gosh, they're all watching. I've got to throw my fastest lick to prove myself, and that's where things happen that you don't want to happen. So just gently get in. The next thing is when you're conversing with someone, and it's a real, true conversation, there is some listening going on, and there's some speaking and answering, and it's a communication thing. In order to be a communication thing, you need both parties to speak. That means that silence is really important, right? If I play over this, what do you remember of this? Not much, right? Because you only heard one person speak, so listen to what's going on and maybe shorten your phrases a little bit. So maybe instead of just playing over and taking over, just play simple sentences, simple ideas. All right, he's talking to me. I'm going to agree with what he says. That's enough, right? You remember what I played? Do you remember what I played before when I was like, no, but you still remember, right? Okay, I'm going to use that. Okay, what can I gather from that statement? Ba-da-ba-bop. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 notes. Da-da-da-bop. And then there's a direction. Bop, bop. So, bum, bop, bop, bum. That's kind of the direction. Dum. Higher, a little bit lower, and even lower than when I started. Those 4 notes. That direction, I can replicate that. Just random notes, replicating the essence of would be something like 1 note, a note higher, a little bit lower, and even lower. Okay, that had the same essence, right? Now I wasn't in key, but the same essence. Now, if you know your key, and in this case we are playing in a G mixolydian thing. Okay, so the charts are included, right? Everything below, but you know your 7 notes on G mixolydian, hopefully. Okay, so that's my canvas, that's my alphabet. I had my first statement. I can replicate that from a different place. Yeah. The notes don't really matter. What really matters is the direction and the rhythm, and in between, some silence so that you can digest what I just told you musically. If I just played all these, like, all after the other, well, you don't really remember what I just said. It's like a robot speaking. Now, if I play this with that intent and the silence in between, that makes more sense, right? Let's try that over the backing track. We'll see what happens here. So again, don't play right away. Just take time to adapt your breath to what's going on. Just remind yourself, nobody's watching. I'm not on YouTube. I'm not. There's no cameras. No cameras. And so just be confident in that statement. Okay. That is the opening. You always have that breath. Now you're one with the thing. And that was a good development of an idea. Now, if that was an idea, a sentence, a group of sentences, I want to move on to another idea. But I'm still in the same conversation, right? I didn't change keys or anything like that. Still in the same thing. And I want to introduce something else. I don't want to just play. Maybe I want to do something a little more melodic or ascending or a different movement. Well, the idea here is that you don't want to jump from one thing to the other. You want to introduce the next idea, so you need to have the thought of, all right, this is where I'm going. I want to do something maybe a little bluesy, maybe something more bends, more pentatonic based, but you are in this part of the conversation. Okay, so you want to go somewhere else, so you need to find a path to get there. Okay, so if the second idea will start with something like this, that bend, for example. Well, that bend has a pitch, right? You kind of like aim for around this area of the neck, maybe. Maybe it's this one. It doesn't matter, but you've got to kind of know where you're going. And it's almost like you're thinking in advance. At some point, so you're in. I'm really engaged. I know what's going on. But at some point, I injected into my fingers that idea. This is kind of the mode that you're operating in. My fingers kind of take over so that I can think of, in my mind, I'm right there, which is coming after. But my fingers took over. I'm gently making my way. I know that, okay, that's where I want to go. And now I'm in that second idea, but I gradually went there. So just keeping in mind that it's kind of a give and take between being in the moment, anticipating the notes that you're playing, being one with the notes, same breath, same beat, almost the same heartbeat. You have an idea. The idea is more staccato. Okay, my fingers are used to that. My fingers are taking over. And I want to go to maybe a sweeping thing. And I went there. My mind was already there before I went there. All that to say that the main thing is not having those mental blockages and being in the moment when you're improvising. Forget about the rest of the world. Enjoy the conversation you're having with yourself, the backing track, the other musicians that are around, and things are going to be okay. And if anything, what I really want you to realize is that playing an instrument is not competing with other people, and it's not proving yourself. There is no proof. I don't have to prove to you that that the sentence, "Hello, my name is David Wallerman, I'm the best person in the world to say that." No, I'm one of those voices saying that. Probably a bad example, but let's take another sentence. This guitar is a Harley Benton guitar. Well, I'm not the best person in the world who just said this sentence. A lot of other people said that before, maybe. But that's my voice. You have your voice. Your voice is awesome. And just remember that it's just a conversation. You don't have to make the best sweeping or replicate the sweeping exactly like, I don't know, Inkwee does. You don't have to. Just do what you do. Be happy with what you do. Have confidence in what you're doing. Rhythm is going to help you. Having that strong rhythm foundation, like being one with what's going on, will really help you with that. And take it easy. Breathe in, breathe out. Have the conversation. Ask yourself, if I'm talking to someone, what is going on? And take the elements of comfort in a conversation that you would have with a close friend and apply it to your instrument. That's what I have for you today. I hope it is useful. It always helps me in my enjoyment of music to remember that really that's what it is. I'm enjoying communicating musically with what's going on here, and there's no better or worse than me. I'm me. There's only one me. There's only one you. All right, this backing track, you can grab it for free. It's part of a pack, the Funk backing track pack from guitarplayback.com. This one is free. Grab the link below. I'll also be including the PDF and a few ideas that we covered here. Just take them as pieces of wisdom. Yeah, anyways, thanks for watching this. This is your first visit. Thank you. I appreciate you watching this video. And if you like what you saw, you should subscribe, because every single week there's a new video coming out. We explore different concepts and try to apply it so that you can really tell who you are musically. It's a beautiful language. It's a different kind of language, but there's so much you can do with it. And forget about the conversation. It's all about enjoying this. So you can subscribe every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. There's a new video coming out. Thanks so much for watching this one. Grab the backing track below. I'll see you very soon. Practice well.